and welcome back to our Expert Talk series, where we bring you insights directly from the minds behind SAP's leading solutions. I'm Maria, your host for this episode. In this series, we dive deep into the technology that's transforming industries, and today we have a particularly exciting topic that's reshaping the world of supply chain. Today is all about SAP Logistics Management. And I have the pleasure of welcoming two guests with me today, Nadine from Product Management at SAP and Srikanth from Döhler, our pilot customer, who will be sharing their experience and expertise on this topic. Nadine, Srikanth, I'm very pleased to have you here. Thank you for joining. Let's start with our customer point of view before we then go to the expert perspective and roadmap for what's to come. Srikanth, how about you give us a short introduction to Döhler and its main business operations?
Okay, thank you for the product expert talk and inviting Döhler as part of that. My name is Srikanth Velagapudi. I am the IT head for logistics in Döhler Group. Coming back to the Döhler is a global producer and marketer and also the provider of natural ingredients and ingredient solutions for the food and beverage industry. Primarily, Döhler focuses on providing innovation and tailor-made solutions to help its customers develop and enhance the wide variety of food products, beverages, and nutritional offerings as well for the humanity. So that's more about Döhler.
Thank you, Srikanth. That's just a company for me, if I may add. Can you describe the logistics use cases where you plan to implement the LGM solution? Yeah,
so Döhler as a company, we have production sites, warehouses, which are distribution centers, and also technical warehouses. So we see LGM as a product which can fit into our sampling warehouses where we store samples, and also at the same time technical warehouses which are used for the production lines, and also the small distribution centers where we store our finished goods and raw materials, and also some of the small production facilities which are we feel that they are the candidates for our future LGM product. I mean, we can use LGM for a lot of tracking, tracing of inventory, and also we keep these samples for over a period of time, and we need to track them as per the system and for the guidelines, regulations. So this also helps us in reducing these manual errors when we are looking into the products which are stored, and also have the visibility to our business in which warehouse we have which quantity of samples, and also at the same time for the technical warehouses, what are the technical parts we are storing, and what we need when the season is high, what kind of technical parts we need to order upfront before the season starts. So to have the better tracking, visibility, and inventory visibility as well, we would like to use the LGM and its capability as a product.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. What factors influenced your decision to select the LGM solution for your logistics operation?
Primarily, I would say due to our business complexity. Like I said, we use the product for many uses, like sampling warehouse and technical warehouse. So basically, we have, first of all, we would like to have this end-to-end supply chain execution visibility and cost savings through optimization, and improve operational efficiency by automating or streamlining some processes and reduce the manual efforts, and also which also reduces the errors. If you don't have any manual effort, then you can also say, all right, some of the manual errors can be reduced, and we see LGM can do that. So basically our expectations would be, from a customer perspective, we would like to have a seamless integration with ERP, which is our core S/4HANA running on the latest suite, and also with the user-friendly interfaces, so that user can use it like a app, and he can use seamlessly in his day-to-day operational things.
Yeah, that's an important factor. Are there any particular challenges you hope to address with the LGM solution?
Yeah, for sure, because right now we also have other modules, but with LGM we see that end-to-end integration between the transportation and warehousing system, like you can have one clear visibility and you know exactly, or you have the transparency about the stock situation. Like fast implementation is also one of the key factor for us when we implement LGM as a module into our landscape, and also it reduces the complexity and easy to use. That would be the primary factor for us.
Mm-hmm. And how do you think your warehouse team will notice the difference in their daily work?
I believe that it can be visible, and it will be also useful for the user from the user experience perspective, and also using the mobile devices. With LGM, we see that there is a lot of potential going paperless, number one. Number two, using your iPhone or Android phone for your daily execution without any complex implementation of your big industrial RF devices for scanning and all that stuff. So primarily user experience and mobile usability.
Yeah, this makes total sense. Now what would really be interesting to our audience, can you share any initial feedback or reactions from your team regarding the LGM solution, especially since you were part of the beta program? How easy or how difficult was it to set up the system in the warehouse?
From our experience as a beta customer, we have shown the first draft also to our business, showing that what it can does, and we also had couple of sessions with the business users as part of feedback gathering. From the technical perspective, it's very ease and smooth setting up the system, and thanks to our SAP product team who gave us the guide or the document which explains the step-by-step on what we need to do as a customer, or what are the prerequisites that needs to be fulfilled before we activate that into the landscape. And that was very much smoothly, and it was flawless, I would say. And coming to the business feedback, when they saw the screens or the first process or the first process which was built and shown to us, we also presented to our business. That was, I mean, the first feedback was positive in terms of less number of clicks that can be done on the screen, and also in terms of like, okay, one screen you have the visibility of what you need to do. It's not that, okay, you have so much of data, then user is confused. So we can also adjust what is relevant for the user for that step, and then we can also decide what needs to be executed in this in that screen. So from that perspective, user experience or business feedback was super positive on that, I would say.
That's great to hear. I mean, a good preparation is also a lifesaver in this case.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much, Srikanth, for sharing your point of view. Now, moving to Nadine now, from the LGM experts perspective. How do you plan to support Döhler in the implementation and usage of the solution?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And we actually established a single point of contact for Döhler on our side to provide a forum where they can address any findings that they may have or had in the beta phase and also in the early adopter phase, and share their feedback directly with us, directly with the engineering teams. We continuously involve Döhler in the development of new features, especially in form of user research. Srikanth already mentioned the user experience as outstanding for SAP Logistics Management. So this is something where we really need early feedback. Apart from that, we are in close touch with Döhler and other early adopter customers to not only get their feedback on new solutions, but also to verify that with our defined priorities, we hit the market needs. So we continuously reshape our roadmap priorities in regards to the feedback that we receive from our customers. And our main goal is, Srikanth already emphasized that, to develop UIs which are intuitive to use. Close to zero training effort required. That's our goal.
That's a very important point. I promised this in the intro earlier, so let's now move to the roadmap. What is on the roadmap for LGM that could further benefit customers like Döhler in the future?
Srikanth already mentioned earlier the production-related sides, right? So for these functionalities such as batch management, SAP Logistics Management, enabling it to handle batch managed products, as well as production integration to support an integration with production process orders. These are relevant for the next warehouses Döhler wants to address with SAP Logistics Management. So those are definitely roadmap priorities for us. And furthermore, we have a couple of very concrete topics which lead us to our general availability in February 2026. So let me quickly highlight those ones. First of all, it's the end-to-end exception handling. We all know logistics rarely goes the happy flow. Exceptions are there on a daily basis. So we are working to support cancellations, reversals in the inbound and outbound process, quantity mismatches that we detect, for example, during picking, as well as rejections in case documents are wrongly created. Then second, we will work to grow the process coverage to support our customers to handle physical inventory, to do the counting with our solution, handle full truckloads with SAP Logistics Management, and also receive goods via inbound deliveries. In addition, it's already also been mentioned, the mobile application. Here we plan to support picking by delivery, so the user can enter the mobile application with the delivery number, as well as lookups in order to query products and storage bins. Ultimately, the user on the floor wants to work mobile only. So this is why we set a big focus here. Last but not least, we're working also on round-offs. The Packing Work Center, for example, we did some user research together with Döhler, and we had a couple of UI improvements here, which are currently in development. We're working to provide functionality to upload stock for brownfield implementations, stock reconciliation with the connected S/4HANA system, just to name a couple of these topics that are planned until February next year.
That's already a lot to look forward to. And February is not so long from now. Are there any additional features or updates that we can look forward to enhancing the LGM solution?
Yes, sure. In 2026, it's in total 4 different topics where we plan to invest in SAP Logistics Management. First of all, the growth of the suite and network process coverage. Full truckload, I already mentioned this. This will have to be completed through next year, also supporting customer returns processes, freight charges, and settlements. Those are a couple of topics in that category. Then we want to scale SAP Logistics Management by supporting additional data centers, additional languages. Srikanth already mentioned the easy setup of the solution, but still there's always room for improvements, right? It can always be faster. And scaling the mobile capabilities to also support additional processes here. And because we all know that logistics processes differ from site to site, we will invest into extensibility via APIs, but also field level extensibility. Last but not least, demodularization. One important topic that we want to address is the handling of local stock and local products, and also the support of lightweight transportation planning capabilities.
Finally, what are the highlights that make you competitive among other cloud solutions in the market? What's your super features?
Our super features, I'll come to that shortly. Let me quickly summarize the key paradigms of our solution. This is rapid implementation, supported by wizards, by boosters, by guided setup of the user, business agility. So the solution is built to support businesses to grow as they go. You can start small. There's predefined processes. The solution will run without much setup. And then you can continuously extend the usage of the solution. You can configure it according to your needs. Then user-friendly UIs. So user experience is one of the key pillars and differentiators of the solution, with microprocess flow that allow the user to see at one glance what's happening, what's the current status of my process, of my inbound delivery, for example, and constant innovation and updates. We're releasing features on a bi-weekly basis, and we built the solution on BTP, leveraging latest BTP services. Now you asked for super features, and I thought about this while I was talking. What are the super features of our solution? And I want to name a couple of here. The landing page, which gives the central entry point to our solution and provides with operational KPIs at one glimpse all the information the logistic clerk needs to know. Joule is another super feature because we enabled already a lot of business objects for Joule usage. You can already create storage bins with Joule and pickup schedules. You can navigate with Joule. You can ask for help with Joule. The mobile app is another super feature. It's a native mobile app with an intuitive user experience, and you could just download it on the Google Play Store or App Store if you watch out for SAP Warehouse Logistics to convince yourself on how intuitive to use it is. And last but not least, there's one feature we just released recently, which is our 3D warehouse layout. And here we just started with some navigation, but there will a lot more is there on the pipeline to come. If you're interested in additional super features which are planned for near future, you can always check our roadmap on the official site on the roadmaps.sap.com.
It is clear that there's been a lot of effort and thought put into this. Thank you so much for sharing, Nadine, and also Srikanth. Thank you for joining this expert talk today. And obviously also thank you to our audience for tuning in. Today we dove into the transformative power of SAP Logistics Management with insights from our customer, Döhler, and from SAP itself. We explored how SAP Logistics Management is revolutionizing supply chains with rapid setup, user-friendly interfaces, and continuous innovation. Needless to say, the future looks bright with exciting enhancements on the roadmap as well. We hope you've enjoyed this session as much as we did. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and share this video. You can also always visit our SAP community to connect with our product experts or reach out directly via insiders4@sap.com. Thank you for watching.